Morning everybody, welcome to Knockhill, welcome to the BTRDA Clubman's Rallycross Championship and my first drive in this, which is Project Race Car. If you haven't seen the series, click up here, you'll find all about it. We built this car over a period of a few months. Dad went and raced it at Lydden Hill about 3 or 4 months ago when I had to go and do some commentary for Formula E, but we've come all the way up from Kent to Scotland and we're here to race. We've done a couple of little bits since we last saw it, so we've loaded the suspension, which hopefully will give us a bit of better traction, but it crucially is my first time here at Knockhill as well. Never driven this circuit before. I've commentated here a couple of times on BSB and on some rallycross as well, so I know where the circuit goes, but yeah, it is going to be a bit of a step into the unknown. Anyway, we're just about to head out for practice. Let's get on track, find out what the circuit's all about, shall we? Okay, so just been out for 4 laps of practice here at Knockhill. First time at the circuit, not too bad actually. The track's quite greasy. Had a couple of moments, the driver in front of us ended up spinning, so that's take evasive action for that out of the final corner. But otherwise it's okay. I mean, we've lowered the suspension a bit, so it's not riding quite as high as it was, which is quite nice actually on the tarmac. Onto the gravel, that was absolutely fine. Car drove really nicely. Had a few little snappy moments, but that's to be expected. But yeah, generally not too bad. I was pretty happy with how things went. The circuit feels quite nice. Obviously it'll get drier as the day goes on, so that will obviously improve track conditions, which is good. But yeah, I mean, 4 laps of practice, not too bad so far. First race, let's go! I've been lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, mainly because first time racing this car, so no idea what to expect off the lights. Never done a launch in this thing either as well, so that's just going to be a bit of guesswork. And we'll see how it goes from there really. I'm starting at the back, so that's not a bad thing because I can let everything unfold in front of us and we'll see how we get on. Anyway, time to go. think finished 4th in that one, made a pretty okay start. Got ourselves up into 3rd when we overtook the 106, so that was good. Really happy with that at that point. Then we had a couple of problems. One, the steering column came unlocked, so that was rattling around and obviously the steering wheel was moving, so I did like a lap while I was trying to like keep it steady, pulling it out sort of thing. But yeah, less than optimal. And then the rear view mirror came off as well, so that was rattling around in the footwell, and I was just there like praying it didn't go under the brake pedal. On the dirt, I think we're genuinely one of the quickest things out there. It's so planted on the dirt, this thing, you know. I saw the cars in front and they're sliding sideways, trying to keep traction, you know, and that sort of thing. The longer wheelbase on this, and definitely the suspension is helping. The only thing is we're just lacking a bit of straight line speed. I lost a position to that 106 that I overtook earlier down the start-finish straight. He got a really good drive out the final corner, and there was just nothing I could do down in towards T1 basically, other than outbrake myself really and try and hold it around the outside. But obviously with the steering column and the mirror and stuff, I was more sort of focused on that at that point, which was a bit of a distraction. But yeah, good start to the day, not so bad. Good to know that we're keeping pace with everybody, which is a good thing. Circuit's bloody lovely, if I may say so. Really, really enjoying the track. Good start to the day. Let's try and build on that and have some more forward progress for Heat 2. All right, so Heat 2, not bad there, started from the front row of the grid, but we were never going to stay there because we're in the 1600 and there were other cars there that were 2 litres. Crucially, however, we managed to finish top 1600 in that race, so I'm really happy with that. So you can kind of class that as a heat win, even though we finished 4th on the road. So got a pretty good start actually away from the lights, but Mark obviously with the 2 litre, more power, he led down towards the first corner. Then you had Alex in the Type R, he got a really, really good start and was again ahead down in towards turn 1. We had Will behind us in the Clio as well, wondered whether we might be able to keep him behind a little bit, but again, that power of a 2 litre is just never going to be a match for this one, especially because we're struggling with traction out that final corner. Started driving a little bit differently in that race as well, and to be honest, overdrove it a little bit. Made a real mistake coming down into the bottom bend on the tarmac. got it really sideways through there as I kind of got it, it's all crossed up and carried too much speed into the corner. Then the very next corner, down in towards turn 2, on the gravel, I outbraked myself again, just trying to catch up in haste, and just locked up the brakes, just went a little bit too wide, managed to keep it out the barrier, which is okay. Thankfully no car issues in that one, so that was all good. Happy enough with 4th place at the checkered flag. Like I say, you know, top 1600, that's kind of all we can ask for. But yeah, pretty happy with how things have gone. Good pace in that one. Just try to iron out those mistakes for heat 3 and see how we get on. All right, well, raced 2 halves of that really. Finished 3rd, which is great. Problem is, I ended up taking out James, who's sat next to us in the paddock of all things. Basically went for an ambitious move up the inside, got it all locked up, way too late on the brakes, and just careered into the side of him. Completely my fault. I was really, really pissed off with myself. After that, as you would begin to imagine, so I got to go to race control and present the footage. Problem is the GoPro failed. Really frustrating. Probably going to get some kind of a sanction or a time penalty or something along the lines of that, which is then going to put us on the back foot for the final, probably the back of the grid or something, because I gained advantage. Let's go to the stewards and find out what's going on. Well, the ups and downs of racing, unfortunately. So we went to the officials because we got summoned there after that incident, unsurprisingly. It was my fault, I locked up. I just misjudged the instant, just went for the inside move and locked up on the brakes, just, you know, way too ambitious, unfortunately. Went over straight away to James and apologised, but because I couldn't produce the footage, they have no choice but to disqualify me from that heat, which is really disappointing. It's one of those things, that's racing, it's the ups and downs of it, you know, you're making split-second decisions. I unfortunately made the wrong one. So yeah, it's rather put us at a bit of a disadvantage, unfortunately. There's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is, just got to swallow it and see where we line up on the grid for the final, go from there really, and just try and have a nice clean race, make some progress. I suppose one crumb of comfort is my lap time in that race. I improved it by about half a second or so, but there's some damage to the front of the car on the bumper. Managed to send the crash bar through the front of it, so just got to be a little bit wary of that. But other than that, the car is all fine. But yeah, just disappointed in myself, but it is what it is. You know, take it on the chin, move on, focus on the final. It's funny racing, isn't it? Because it's like real hero or zero stuff. We were zero after heat 3, quite literally, after that disqualification. And I went out in that final and I just thought, have a clean race, just, you know, try and take it easy, don't throw anything up the inside and take anybody out. And there were so many incidents that unfolded in that one. There was a great incident at the first corner with Danny, got it all crossed up, and James as well. They went into the side of one another. And, you know, we were sitting like P4, I think, for a while. I really, really enjoyed that, though. I think we were 5th overall over the line, but 3rd in class in 1600. So, yeah, really, really happy with that. Just such good fun. Like, it's amazing racing, isn't it? You can go from real lows, and I was so frustrated after that 3rd heat to go from that to the massive high now I'm feeling, you know, of what was just a brilliant race. We weren't necessarily on amazing pace or anything in particular, but I just had so much fun. You know, some really good battles up and down the track, great end to the day. Amazing here at Knockhill, and I think with a bit of luck we might have a bit of silverware to take home as well. So happy days all around.
Okay, moving on to the MOT group, everyone's in category in 30.